23 years ago, I was right there where Courtney's bed is. 23 years ago, I was putting together a desk. I had just purchased the cheapest computer I could find, which was about $3,000 at the time. It was a Sony computer. I was there in this empty basement, putting up a desk, setting up a new computer. I'm thinking to myself, did I finally find something that I can do in life? Did I finally find something that will give me stability? Did I finally find something that's going to make me happy? Did I finally figure it out? Growing up in the 70s and 80s, you were conditioned, if you will. Society was, you have to do this, do that, A, B, C, D. There was a step method. You go to high school, you graduate, you go to college, you work a job. But I didn't fit that mold. I barely made it through high school because I was just not interested in what they were trying to sell me. I had no desire, thought, or even know-how to go to college. What is college? It's just another 4 years of being miserable? So you turn 19, turn 20, you hear the rumblings. You need to get a job. What are you going to do? I had no clue. I want to work in a music store. That's all I know. But I want to do whatever's going to make me happy, what I am going to enjoy doing. My dad tried to get me to go with him and get hired at Koken Manufacturing, a company that builds beauty and barber supplies. I didn't want a factory job. I didn't know what I wanted. Turn 20, 21. You get in a stable relationship. Then you get questions. What are you going to do? You need to get a job. What are you going to do? I don't know. Whatever it is, I need to be happy. I remember one comment. I said, well, at least I'll be smiling and I'll be happy. During a conversation in a relationship at the time, when I felt like I was being pressured. I get a job at a music store, 1993. At this time, I'm 22 years old. This is what I've been thinking about since I was 15. This is happiness for me. 94, 95, 96, 97. I was immediately put into a manager's position in 93, maybe the beginning of 94. I was offered my own store to manage several times, and At the time, I chose not to because I saw the turnover rate with store managers. And this was my dream job. I don't want to jeopardize it by taking a store and then a year later I'm out of a job. So I stuck with being an assistant manager because I felt it was going to be my long-term stability. I ain't making no money. I am finding other ways, trying to, while I'm working here, I'm trying to find different avenues to see if there's something else to add income to my measly income that I have. I ended up buying a tattoo kit at one time and tattooed for about a year. I worked 3 different jobs at one time. I would do things like drawings for people and selling them and things like that. But I never found stability, never found happiness. Until about 1999, when a coworker introduced me to eBay. And light bulbs went off. For the first time in my existence, I felt excited about something. I felt like this is something I can do. Being on a limited paycheck, I always went out and looked for bargains. Coming from a mother who we dumpster dove and took stuff to auctions, this felt comfortable. It felt in my wheelhouse. It felt like something I could do. So I spent time going to the library, looking at eBay. What is this all about? What do people have up here? What are people selling? Do I have this stuff? Can I find this stuff? And I found out real quick that, ooh, that's selling for that. I just saw that at a thrift store. Oh, I have that. I just bought this last year at a thrift store for $1. Here it is for $25 on eBay. So I spent days at the library just soaking it in as I tried to save as much money as I could for a new computer. So about year 2000, I meet Jan. And at the same time, the music store I was working at was the biggest in St. Louis when it comes to dollar-wise. We were making over $2 million a year. It was in Ladue. And it had dropped down to $800,000 in a year. So over $1 million lost. This was at the beginning of Napster and the internet, basically. People shopping online, becoming bigger and bigger. And I saw the writing on the wall. Here I am standing here afraid because I know my dream job is coming to an end while I'm trying to save for this other exciting adventure ahead of me. Jan already being established pharmacist, she put up the $3,000 to buy the computer to get me started on my dream. We'd come to a conclusion that she was spending more on daycare than I was making. So why don't you quit the job? We'll get the computer. You can start your eBay and you can raise the kids. Sounds good to me. So here I am 23 years ago, standing there, putting this desk together, putting this computer together. I know nothing about computers. scared out of my mind while excited at the same time. Is this my final curtain call? Is this going to make or break me in this thing we call life? Is this going to be it for me? Is this just going to be another disappointment? Well, I didn't want it to be. And when I put my mind to something, I want to do it thoroughly and do it the best I can. So after I get all that set up, before I start selling on eBay, I spend a week just reading everything about eBay. All the rules, how to do it, what not to do. Reading any article I can find about eBay. All these items that people are selling for X amount of money. And I'm just taking in everything eBay so that I can do this properly and succeed at it. And of course, at the time, you hear a lot of naysayers. You can't make a living on eBay. There's still a little bit of that out there today. You can't make a full-time living selling on eBay. It's just not possible. Me? Why not? Watch me. Here I go. Fast forward to 23 years later. Technically, like September or August, was it August 11th maybe, is when I actually first started selling, when I made my account. And I'm standing in the same basement, jam-packed with merchandise that's listed on eBay. That brings me, as of right now with the site, $500 to $1,200 a day. Standing here at the end of a plan, if you will. As I started selling, I knew exactly how I wanted to do it. I would read about business, and the statement that stuck with me the most in business is you make your money when you buy. Here I was, no money, basically gifted a $3,000 computer to start this dream. And before too long, next thing I know, I'm $160,000 in debt because of you make your money when you buy. And thankfully, through timing, right decisions, luck, little skill, I stand here today in 2024, finally acknowledging to myself I fucking did it. It might be hard for some to understand. Then again, it may not be. At least those of my age or older or even a little younger, the pressures that society puts on you. And when you have the guts, have the ignorance, whatever you want to call it, to stand against what society wants, and to go, no, I don't know what I want, I don't know where I'm going, but I know I'm not doing that. Betting on yourself, betting on the hope that something, some little light will come along and you'll figure it out. My light was a coworker saying, hey, I'm buying this Star Wars Laserdisc box set and selling it on eBay. They're selling for, I don't even remember what they were selling for at the time. I don't even remember what they were selling for in the store at the time. They were on clearance because Laserdiscs were going out. If you buy one, I'll sell it for you. And then a couple of weeks later, him walking in and handed me more cash than what was on my paycheck. That was my light bulb. That one second of handing me this money that totally changed my life. So if you are, I don't know how to put that. If it was and is a lot of work. And as I've said a million times, if you enjoy it, it's not work. This may be my job, but it's also my hobby. It's also my joy. It's also my love. And working the few jobs I had that I hated outside of the music store, there's nothing like wanting to wake up in the morning so you can get to work. There's nothing like it. Was it stubbornness? Was it just ignorance? Was it just stupidity that made me pass up things that I didn't want to do? Was it just who I am? To say no when society's saying, you better, you need to, you're supposed to? Whatever it was, I am thankful that, as painful as it was at times, I stuck to what I felt. I stuck to maintaining, looking for my happiness. So during this past few weeks, I've just been trying to basically just make myself aware of where I'm standing today. I'm trying to make myself pat myself on the back. I'm making myself close a chapter. I'm making myself acknowledge point A to point B, which is right here, right now. Remembering all the steps, all the pain, all the stress, all the struggles. Because I want to close that door. And I want another dream. I want the next dream. I want the next step. I want the next goal. Again, just as when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 years old, what is that next one? I don't know. I have no idea. It will include this because this is my foundation. This is my life. But where do I take it? How do I expand on it? How do I shut the door and go, okay, it's a brand new world. You're on stable ground. You stuck to your guns and did something that was going to make you happy. But guess what? Now at the beginning of this journey, you're happy. You're solid. You're stable. From here on out, it's not about being happy. It's about having fun and being happy. Those are the only two criterias for going forward. When I shut this door, the pain, the struggle, the sacrifice, the wondering, the stress, the years of building. Stop. From here on out, it's fun, happy, and an extension of me today. Who am I today? I still feel like I am 20-something years old. So let's start there. I never looked at myself at being 53. Half the time I have to think about how old I am because I don't register it because it doesn't matter. Because time is created by man in my eyes, and you are how you feel. I've always wanted to maintain that kid at heart. I never wanted to grow up. I avoided growing up by saying no, I'm not doing that. So take advantage of the fact that you did things on your own terms. You didn't have to grow up, quote unquote. The only thing you need to do is take responsibility. If you take responsibility for what you do, who you are, decisions you make, that in essence is being a grown-up in my eyes. And everything else doesn't matter. I'll play with a damn puppet. And I don't give a rat's ass what anybody thinks about it because you know what? It makes me smile. It makes me feel a little bit creative. And I enjoy the hell out of it. And I think it's funny. So that's all that matters. If I am getting a laugh out of it, that's all that matters. And from here on out, that's all that's going to matter. Fun, happiness. Nothing more. Because nothing else is needed. So that's where I am today. As I head into year 23 of selling on eBay. What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, for adoptionagency.com. Almost 23 years selling on eBay. So, if you haven't been keeping up, the eBay site has been screwed lately. A little bit more than normal, it seems like. I still have about a little over 2,500 listings that vanished. Poof, gone. If you check into my store, it says 55,000. My seller hub says 57,000. No matter how many I list, my number goes down a little. The same thing it was when it was off by 1,000. Then I lost those thousands completely. All the numbers evened out to what my store said. So my seller hub, those thousands disappeared. So am I going to lose those 2,500 listings now? Are they just going to vanish just like the 1,000 did? That means I'm going to have a lot more down here that's not listed anymore. The site won't load properly for me. It's very sluggish and slow if it does load at all. It's not my computer or my connection, because I called into the rep to put in a ticket about those 2,500 items. And the first thing she said is, wow, your account won't load. I'm like, yeah, I know. I've been dealing with that for quite a while. Said it feels like I'm on a long lost broken server. Hopefully when they go in to look at my store for the 2,500 missing items, they'll notice that too and do something about it. I've been going to the eBay tech boards. I started a thread there that whatever I talk about here that's wrong, I'm putting it there also. I'm going to get louder because I'm tired of dealing with the bullcrap, because it affects all of our daily lives. So yesterday was Monday. Only made up to $519. This weekend was probably one of the worst weekends. 714, 525, 619. So a very weak weekend. Get it? Weekend. This morning we are at 1022. I'm at $138. Yesterday it looked like the promoted items were on the low side. 53 items sold, 35 organic. It made it up to 18 promoted. It was like at 8 when I stopped working. So, but on the good days, I'm doing 30 to 40. So this morning we got 8 items sold, 3 organic, 5 promoted. So at least the promoted is starting off better today. So that's a good thing. I should have another feedback coming off today, because it was left on 6/16. Today is 7/16. So after today, it should be in a full like 12 months, right? So it should drop off. So I should have a couple more dropping off soon. So get those 99.5 out of there. Went up to 99.6 yesterday. So hopefully after that one drops off, and maybe one more, I'll get back up to 99.7 again. That's where I've been hanging out for most of my 23 years, is 99.7. So, what are all these open windows? So, yeah. So, I think I finally found... Maybe I'll make a separate video about my listing procedure and what I'm doing, because this video's already gone on 30 minutes. So Let's see. See if there's any couple of questions or anything, and then we'll get into shipping so I can get to drafting and listing today. All right. So again, I'm playing with videos. As you saw the video last night, if you didn't, I just hit the record screen on my phone and was just playing with that. And when I uploaded it to YouTube, I just attached music to it. So I think on my computer I got a program, and if I plug up my phone to the computer, I can transfer the video over. So I may record it on the screen in the office, and then impose that onto the video. If it don't take long, just to try something new. The next time I try it. But question on that. Is there a filter on your phone camera that allows you to get that tight of a shot every time so quickly? Or is it just repetition? It is just repetition, knowing exactly where to hold the phone when I was doing the vinyl. It's just repetition. And then keeping your phone, it's with the eBay app, picture, and then 1:1. Just keep it on that setting. Big love from England, dude. I love listening to you while I work. I appreciate that. Thanks for sharing that with us. That was last night's video. Those 1 to 2,000 listings that vanished, are you going to go through all your listings then and find out which items? No. There's no way to do that conveniently. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Firsties. No way my dog, James, whipping an SRT. Didn't see that coming. Well, that's an older car. That was number 199 of 392 of a limited Charger 392 SRTs that were out. I've had 5 different SRTs. I had the Orange Challenger. I had 2 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRTs. And I've had the first Challenger when they came out. The very first one in 08, I think it was. And then had a Scat Pack also. So I've had several. I've had 5 different SRTs. It is the Guatemalan Quetzal. I thought when I kind of Googled it and said Guatemalan, so I was kind of guessing that was. I didn't know they had their own currency there, but I guess so. Or is that even a totally different place than Guatemala that I'm thinking of? I guess that's possible too. No, named after the national bird of Guatemala. Okay. Alrighty. I feel at the bottom now. Took care of my parents and my pets, and now may lose my home because of taxes. You are an inspiration and help me make it through the day. Thank you. I am sorry to hear that. I've been in tax problems before, been at the parent situation and the pet situation, so I feel your pain. I feel it. It's not an easy place to be. Not at all. Hopefully you got something stable that keeps you sane. All right, let's do some shipping. All right, add a couple things. Pay since I pulled. And I should have everything else. So we got about 16 orders going out here. And I noticed my web interpret started putting stuff back up on the international website. So I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. But that being said, my international sales have been, well, there was 7 hours shut off last night. I had 7 hours where nothing came through again. So there was definitely some maintenance going on last night. So hopefully today will end up better. And what's up with this? USPS is just getting more and more pathetic. Here's what I'm going to do. If Trump becomes president, what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, we're going to do, whatever, we're going to start making videos and emails, and we're going to get a message to Trump about this postal service bullshit. Raising it twice every year. If you are dead set on helping small businesses, freeze the freaking post office. So if that happens, who's on board? Who's going to help me freaking create a huge campaign to say, stop freaking, because I doubt Joe Biden's going to care. I don't see it. And if he's on his way out anyway, it doesn't really matter. If you care about small businesses, you will freeze the postal service bullshit. Never hurts to try, right? So, will it accomplish anything? I don't know. But hey, this is America. Stranger things have happened. You never know until you try. Hell, maybe he'd be more vulnerable to listening now. Maybe I should start the shit now. All right, let's go. Hey, if you don't dream and try, you'll never get there. Nightmare Before Christmas kids hoodie. Sold for $10, headed to South Carolina. It's not about if you fail. It's about, did you even freaking try? Ugh. If you don't try, that's 100% failure. Ugh. 12. Donald. So what do I do next, you know? I don't know. Beastie Boys, Pass the Mic cassette tape. Sold for $16, headed to Madison, Wisconsin. I don't know. I think I'm already, starting, the second story, even though I haven't put nothing new in there in probably 2 weeks. Oh, crap. I forgot to pull the item from the new store. I don't know beyond that. Got a U2 CD. Best of, sold for $6.30. Headed to Modesto, California. Definitely want to be more creative. I'm going to look at it as my second half of my life. First half was 0 to 50. My second half is 50 to 100. I may be a few years late, but guess what? I've been late for everything my whole life except appointments. Because if you're on time, you're late. I've always been early for everything. Except with life. Like life, my body, my mind has always been late to everything. Susan. But then again, is it really late in society's eyes? And does that really even matter? I did it on my time. So technically, I wasn't late. We've got this beaded table runner. The vintage thing. All the embroidered, beaded stuff on there. I sold for $17.50. Headed to Grays Lake, Illinois. I gotta stop saying I was late. I just did it on my time, my terms, my way. J. I did it my way. And doing all this, I am making sure I silence. When I close that door, I will no longer hear the naysayers from my past. I will no longer hear the relationships of my past thinking I'm going to be a failure. All that will close off and be stored away in a vault. I just put this up yesterday, and I figured I probably should have put it up higher. G Baby Records presents the Underground Hell Road. It was a CDR made by somebody locally, some rap artists. And I figured I've only put up for $30 and it sold immediately. I probably should have put up for $100, but sold for $30. Headed to Sarasota, Florida. What I want to try to do as I'm closing this door and I am accepting I'm trying something different. I'm trying to think differently. And you know, you've heard me say that quite a while, quite often, probably in the last 6 months, say. Just trying to think things differently. That's how I came up with the cards. Just trying to put my mind in a different mindset than what I have been, I guess, my whole life. I've never been one to accept, like, I did this. So I'm trying to make myself pat myself on the back. I'm trying to make myself realize, because I don't want to, oh yeah, I did that, I'm better than you. I don't want to go there. I don't want to be that. So I've always had a block up. Well, I'm tearing that block down. I want to tear that block down. I want to say, you freaking did it. You put in the work. You put in the time. You made the choices. You are where you are because of things that you did. You are the main reason you are standing here today. And trying to do that, like I've always did that with the negative, but I've never done that with the positive. And I'm trying to make myself do that with the positive. Because I want to see what will change. I want to see what will change in my mind. I think I've got enough experience to know not to go into ego mode, right? So what will change? Will it open up a whole new for me? Where just all these ideas and things just come rushing in again, like it used to when I was young. Hell, even I've had so many ideas in the past 53 years. I could have probably, if I had unlimited money, I probably would have been broke 7 times and rich 8 times. I've had so many, probably more than that, but I've had so many ideas that, not all the ideas are good or anything. But will it open up those floodgates again? Can I just accept where I'm at in 2024? I feel like, for the most part, emotionally, I've been through the most emotional things that I could be through in life. Parents' deaths, brother death, puppy deaths, but not you, not Mr. Pee-wee here, Mr. Fluffy Face. Yeah. Yeah. My fluffy face boy. So I'm just trying to make myself think differently. Hi. Next up, we've got New York Yankees cap. Sold for $10.50, headed to Florida. What you doing, Pee-wee? Mr. Fluffy Face. I've got a Thunder shirt on him, and I think Jan found a shirt for him and ordered it to go on his legs and his hoe upper. But he seems a lot more, since I put it on, he seems a lot more comfortable. He is scratching a little bit more today because I had to throw some old food in with his new food because I'm almost out of his new food. I didn't order it soon enough. So that is my fault. So he keeps scratching his belly today. No, don't scratch there. That's going to bleed. Hey, yo. But he seems to like the comfort of the Thunder shirt, I guess. Stop that. Stop. Hey. Stop. Next up, are you ready for a DVD live? Yeah. Life and Death of Peter Seller. Gossip Girls. First season, second season. Dave Chappelle, second season. What's he doing there? 2-0. Hey, wait, stop. He's scratching those elbows. I gotta get him to stop doing that. Why does he makes them bleed? Stop. Hey. Stop. Next up, just put this hat up. ARRL Field Day. Sold for $9.50, headed to Flagstaff, Arizona. Stand there. Like, who are you talking to? You talking to me? Pee-wee, stop scratching your elbow. I'll get it lubed up when we get upstairs. Get some itch medicine on there. Get some itch medicine on there for you. I stopped giving him the Apoquel since he had those 3 days of seizures in a row. Not going to do that anymore. Have to figure out something else. Right. Stop with the elbow. Stop. I itchy for you. I itchy the elbow for you. Next up, we've got Miller Lite hat. Sold for $10.50, headed to Waterford, Michigan. He's just not going to stop. Stop! Stop! Out of tape again. Stop. Stop. Move, Dolly, you're on the tape. What's you doing, kiddo? You can chill. I still got a little bit to go down here. Take a chill pill. Stop that. Go back to laying down. I'll be down in a little bit. Okay. Hopefully that other outfit will come today because it's going to cover his elbows, so he'll stop that. All right, so they can heal properly. Tighten this up a little bit for you. Get you a little snugger. Get you a little snugger. There you go. How's that? How's that feel? Okay. It's like, it feels the same. Scratch, 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 scratch. Dude, you usually don't go at it this bad. Stop. Usually I just tell him once and he leaves it alone. Stop. Lay down. Sit. No. Stop. Okay, that ain't gonna work no matter what. No. Come over here. I don't know. I'm just position him in a different position. I don't know. Just trying something different. Chopin's Greatest Hits on vinyl. Sold for $7 headed to Sacramento, California. I'm going to bump you every time you do it. I'm going to bump you. And you could fall over. Stretch them. Here. Fluffy face. Whoops. What are you looking at me like that for? Why you eyeing me like that, boy? Got a Cardinals cap. Sold for $10.50, headed to Nebraska. You eyeing me, boy? Are you eyeing me, boy? There you go. Get comfy. I ordered some new. His squeak balls seem to have vanished. I don't know what they're underneath in the house somewhere or what. I think there's like 2 left out of like 5 that I can find. So I ordered him some new squeak balls. Jason. Got him some new squeaky balls. Next up, are you ready for a cassette light? Yeah. All those DVDs, they were buy 2, get 2. They were all $6.99 a piece. These are buy 2, get 2, all $6.99 a piece. Headed up to Kansas. Yeah. Like when I was, hell, probably even 5-6 years into the business, hell, maybe even 10 years into the business, I just had this, like, I don't feel like I've lost confidence. I was just more confident puking at the time. Like, I just always remember myself being just volume up. Confident, volume up. And just my level of energy and everything was just volume up. And that's what I feel has been missing after the past 8 years of dealing with everything we've gone, actually probably more like 9 years now. Just 9 years of being beat down. That's what's, that volume is missing. I want to bring that volume back. I want to turn myself up again. I don't want to be the one, somebody who says, oh yeah, I'm more low key because of my age. No, I'm more low key because of the shit I've gone through in the last 9 years, right? I want to close the door on that. I want to be done with that. You know, I don't want to look at how I looked at it, where my parents are dead. I have no safe spot to go back to. You know, I want to close that door and go, you've got your own safe spot now. You've created your own safe spot. Let it go. You know, I just want to turn that volume button back up. But I need that drive to know where I'm going to turn it up to. Like, I've always had a goal. I've always had a vision. What's my new vision now? So I can turn that volume up and go again. Peter. So that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find my new vision, my new destination, my new goal. Ecstasy CD. So for 6:30, headed to Plano, Texas. Plano, Texas. Like, what more do I want? You know? What more do I want to create? What more do I want to share? What more do I want to be? Carrie Underwood live DVD sold for $6.30. A lot of people taking offers, it appears. $6.30 is when somebody takes an offer, 10% offer that I sent out, offer to watcher for a $6.99 item. Scott. And by turning it up again, maybe I turn that safe spot off where I've been the last 8 years. Just get normal stuff, list all day, sell, ship all night. You know, I mean, maybe I turn, maybe I get back into finding the next shoe thing where I would spend $10,000 here, $15,000 there, $28,000 a month on shoes and make $50,000 a month income. And maybe I find the next that, you know, I mean, maybe when I turn that volume up, I find the next chance to take, the next big thing, whatever the case may be. Maybe I don't even look anymore. I used to always know predict what the toy of the Christmas was going to be. And I would always start buying them before it was even announced what it was going to be. I think the one I missed was like those Squishmallows. Totally missed that one. But I was kind of out of it by then. But like, I can't remember what some of them were now. It's been so long since I've been getting into that kind of stuff. Crap. Of course, it all started with the Tickle Me Elmo type of thing. But then after it, shoot, I don't even remember now. I don't even remember the next one. Wow. Oh, closing that door. Saddlebrook shirt. Sold for $10, headed to Washington. So what's my next adventure? And lastly, we've got Luke Bryan, Tailgates and Tan Lines CD. Sold for $6.99, headed to Ohio. Are you at Bubble Mailers? I see your Bubble Mailers coming through. I see your Bubble Mailers. That's why I love you. So don't be afraid to ship it true in Bubble Mailers. Bubble Mailers are beautiful, not like a rainbow. Don't mind me. I just make it up as I go. Willie. Little Willie won't. But he will get a Luke Bryan CD. All right. Stop that.
Stop it, please. Wag that tail. Wag that tail. Confirm and pay.
He's my fluffy face. My fluffy face. Loving on the fluffy face. Princely bells. Rubbing on the fluffy face. The fluffy face. Well, hello. You're wondering what that is, huh? He's like, what is that? What was that? He's smelling it. If you smelt it, you dealt it. Okay, not much room left in here. Okay. Boink. All right. Thomas. I gotta go get the items that sold on my new store. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it. Why are you doing that, yo? You said 'cause I'm itching, fool. I still think it's like nerves and stuff. I think it's neurological also. I really do. Especially with his elbows. And that jacket seemed like it was helping for a little bit. You don't know what you started to go in his spot and then he walks away from it. You don't know what he wants right now. You're confused, aren't you? You don't know what you want. What? You want something. Hi. My cutie. I could fight when I'm looking at you. So let me tell you, I can fight dirty too. I wanna look at you. But anyway, the USPS, yeah, they're gonna destroy if you drop off any FedEx stuff at their location anymore. So I don't drop off FedEx there, but I'll drop off UPS there because they work with conjunction with UPS. So I'm wondering if they're going to start destroying UPS also. Makes no damn sense. Because I see a FedEx truck that pulls up there almost every day. I see a UPS truck that pulls up there every day. Why the hell are you just going to be a little bitch about it? Let me go grab my shoes that sold. Seller Hub activate. Oh yeah, I don't have Seller. Wait a minute, what's going on? What happened to my Seller Hub? Oh, this ain't my store. This is Alex's store. Sign out. Come on. Sign out. Stop. Stop. That's the one I want. Are you going to remember me this time? Yeah, finally you remember me. It's about damn time. It's about damn time that you remember me. Yeah, yeah. They do got to go out today. Let me go grab these in white wire 4. I'm coming your way. I'm coming your way. Hi. We got some Speedos. Pew. Got a bunch of stuff coming through. These sold for $14. Headed to Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Come on. Get in there. These are a little bit small, so we'll go a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. Right there, Mr. Peewee. Usually don't just sit there and stare at me, so something's up. What's going on? We're almost done. I just got to check my numbers, see where I'm at now. Okay, we are at 110. And 4. UPS. Oh, no, duh. I want USPS. All right. Even UPS ground was cheaper on those than Ground Advantage. USPS is setting themselves up for to have no work in the future. They're pricing themselves out of business. Pretty sad when a smaller package is cheaper with UPS. I don't think I've ever seen that before. All right. Seller Hub, we are at 11 a.m. I sold another buy two, get two CDs. And we are at $170. So that's it. All right. Thanks everybody for hanging out. And I'll see you all in the next video later.